No, unfortunately, it doesn't. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 31 of the Geek Perspective. I am your host, Roy, and on today's show, we are discussing everything Comic Con because last weekend it finally came around, came and was gone just as quickly. And we're going to discuss all the happenings, what we felt about the show, all that fun stuff. So, what's going on, fellas?
What's going on, Roy? How you doing today?
All right. It's been a long week since the convention.
Yeah, I'm having a convention hangover right now for sure, man. It's it was a tough week getting back into everything.
I worked 4 days.
Yeah.
And I still am tired. Usually I work only 3 days because usually I take the Tuesday off also.
Yeah.
I'm definitely doing that again next year. I'm taking the Tuesday. It was so much worth it. It really is. So, Derek, what's going on with you?
Not much. I finally caught up on sleep, even though I had a relatively easy work schedule this week. Got to have Tuesday off, and Wednesday was like an afternoon shift, so I got to sleep in again, but somehow still managed
Beating
to
a
be
half
tired.
a day.
Yeah, half a day.
You had a keep at Comic Con.
I did. I felt like I was more of a patron than volunteering.
I did too on a Friday night, except for poor Tom.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yes, we will.
We will get to that. But yeah, you lucked out this year, Derek, for sure, man. That's usually how your weekend is usually how my Fridays are at the con. That's usually how it goes. Like, I guess, I'm with a person that's either only shows up and does like an hour or two because they're getting ready for the weekend, you know what I mean? And it's like the Friday's not that crazy, or they're just Saturday, Sunday only. So, but this year, not so much. So I was very jealous of Derek this year. Very jealous.
Well, it's funny because my Friday was kind of like your Friday usually is. See, usually on Friday, I'm with one of the celebrities because they're there all 3 days. And
yeah,
Friday, I had my guy. I was with Patrick Warburton, and he didn't come until Saturday. So I'm there. It's what 3:30, 3:45, and I hear, oh, he's not coming till Saturday. So I'm like, nice, sweet. I get to look around, check out a few things, and I did that. And then a lot of Masterson showed up. She plays Tara on The Walking Dead, and she introduced herself to me. I said hi. We talked for a moment, and I realized no one's with her. No one's doing her line, so I'm like, well, I guess I'll do her line for her. So I ended up with her for Friday night. So, yeah, it was a good Friday night.
Yeah, that's good. See, that's normally like what I do. Roy kind of alluded to it. It's like last year, and that my person wasn't there Friday, and then like I helped out with the line a little bit, and then I ran waters to people, and then just kind of got to walk. That's what I really like to do is walk around on the Friday. You kind of be like, okay, boom, boom, boom. You figure out where everything is, all the vendors are that you want to meet, all the celebrities you want to meet, so that way on Saturday and Sunday, you can just kind of blast through and get from spot to spot. And unfortunately, that didn't happen for me, but I'm glad it happened for you because at least one or two of us was able to. So then when we did meet up, you were like, all right, it's over here, so.
Really able to.
Friday, I only had one escort for the whole 6 or 7 hours, so I basically wandered the convention aimlessly for most of the day.
What else did you do at Friday night at the convention?
I got a shitload of autographs.
What else did you do at the convention on Friday night?
I bought a Wild Bill soda mug that I refilled 5 times.
There you go. By the way, guys, here's the mug. I actually been drinking out of it. You can throw it up the camera here. That's the Wild Bill logo on the side. I don't know if you can see it. And this is the Rhode Island Comic Con logo on the other side. They have these every year. This year they were what, $35?
Yeah, it was 35.
Double insulated cups, which were good for hot and cold drinks.
Yeah.
They were double insulated, and it was like what, $2, $3 for the straw, Tom?
I had to pay $5 for mine because I got I got it right here. So
the metal straws.
Yeah, I
bought one last year.
I didn't get the straw.
Yeah, I dig the straws personally. I wish I should have just brought my cup. I forgot it the first day, and then I just ended up buying. Roy and Derek peer pressured me into buying one, and then I dig the metal straws, so I grabbed one of those. This bad I'm trying not to swear, Mama Jamma, $5. So I ended up paying $40, and I think I got 3 or 4 sodas all weekend. So I really wish I just would have brought mine from last year. But I mean, you live, you'll learn. But I do dig these metal straws. I really do, and I like the sort of brushed bronze or brushed nickel, brushed bronze that's going on here. So.
And I think I set the soda refill record at 25 over the weekend.
I don't know how you survive. I don't know how you're not dead.
Yeah, I was surprised he was not in a diabetic coma by Sunday by all the fucking soda that he drank. That was crazy.
Totally insane.
Worth it.
Totally insane. All right, well, let's talk about who we were with over the weekend. So, Tom, you want to go first?
Sure. So we get there on Friday, you know, and we find out our assignments, and so we go to the office, and me and Roy are there, and I assigned to Daphne Zuniga from Spaceballs. I was like, sweet. Spaceballs is one of my all-time favorites. Had a crush on Daphne Zuniga as a child. Yeah, super stoked. So, you know, I went to the table because we're there usually before most of the celebrities, you know, just kind of getting my bearings and everything. And then a person, and I'm not sure if it was her actual agent or just somebody from her team, came over and was just introduced and said, "Are you assigned to Daphne?" I was like, yes, I am. Nice to meet you. And so they informed me that she travels with a large team. She's, you know, travels with 4, 5, or 6 people at all times, it seems like. And so they didn't need the help, which is fine. You know what I mean? And actually kind of psyched about, because then I'm like, yes, it's coming in my Friday. I get my Friday to bounce around and find everything and do it. So stupid me, I immediately go over to the black shirts or the blue shirts or whatever they are, which I should have just given it a little bit of time. You know, I maybe should have just walked around for a little bit and then went and told them what the situation was. But no, I went right over, you know, being the good person that I am. And, you know, and they're like, oh, okay. You know, at first they were all worried. They're like, wait, she's blah, blah, blah. You know, no, she needs a person. I was like, listen, she travels with 6 people. She doesn't need a person. She told me she doesn't need a person. You know, and then they're, well, she's got a guarantee. If you got a guarantee, you don't. Well, they looked up. She had no guarantee. So it was whatever. I don't like what they're doing there with this trying to police the celebrities to that extent. It's not my cup of tea. But so they're like, okay, well, somebody else needs help over here. They came over and they don't have anybody, and they were asking if they could get somebody. So I was like, all right, cool. So we started walking. And now we're sort of passing some lower end, you know, celebrities, and I don't mean low end in like attitude, just not as famous, you know. Nothing against them personally, just not a A level, not really a B level. Like we're walking, we pass a Power Ranger. I was like, oh, please don't be stuck with the Power Ranger. Please don't be stuck with the Power Ranger. And
you would have more in the Power Rangers than you would have where you were.
Yeah, it would have been better, honestly. So, and then we keep walking, and I was like, oh, fuck, here we go. Oh, I know where we're heading. And so we go into the room. Last year, it was the room where the wrestlers were at, you know, mainly WWE, but there was a couple others too, of wrestlers. They were in this room up on the 5th floor. That was it's attached to the main room where the celebrities are, but it's smaller. You know what I mean? It's usually a room that they put something thematic, like it was wrestlers last year. Well, this year, anime.
We don't know Derek loves anime.
Fully an anime expert in the panel.
Yeah. So Derek's excited, but
thrilled.
Not me. So I was with Josh Grell. Nice guy. Very nice young man. Actually, it It was his 34th birthday on Sunday or Saturday. No, Sunday. It was his 34th birthday. Really nice guy. You know, in My Hero Academia, because all of them in that room, I believe, were in My Hero Academia, and you know, and then a bunch of other ones. The one that I'm actually really curious to see of his, and the only one, because or whatever, I had him sign it because you know how they sign stuff at the end for you. You know, I don't ask for it. I honestly didn't. I was gonna try to. You know, he asked me my name. I was hoping he wasn't going to ask how to spell my name, because then I was just going to have it signed and give it to Derek. But he put my name on it. But this one, I'm really curious to see, this Princess Jellyfish. You know, a guy dressed as a girl type stuff. You know, I don't know. Out of all of them, it seemed kind of cool. But yeah, so I was with Josh Grell. Nice guy, but not my thing. Really not my thing. Anime's not my thing. You know, these are voice actors. People are coming up to the table. You don't know what a voice actor looks like all the time. So they were confused. They were asking me, you know, questions. I'd have to be like, I'm not the voice actor. I work here. And then, or people would come up to the table and, you know, be like, oh, I'll get the picture of Armin. I'd be like, you got to, even by Sunday, I was like, you got a point. I have no idea who any of these characters are. I was like, you got a point. I mean, one kid came up to me, oh, this must be a dream come true. You getting to sit with an anime guy all weekend. I was like, oh yeah. Where I'm from, we call those dreams something else. We call fucking night terrors. But you know, he was a nice guy. He was a nice guy. Ended up being an all right weekend. I mean, wouldn't have been my first choice or my last choice, but it is what it is. So
at least you got to know one of his art work because you got to review the movie that he was in, or a movie that he was in.
Oh yes, that's right. I'm glad you brought that up, because the one anime that. Well, not the one, but the anime that we've reviewed that I enjoyed the most out of all our anime reviews, The Boy and the Beast, he was actually in it. He was a smaller part. He was the pig-faced guy. So it wasn't like a huge part, but big enough that I thought it was really cool that he was in that, because that was the one I did know. It was, you know, I didn't let it. I mean, he knew by the end that I didn't know shit about anime. You know, he just. I mean, he knew, but yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? And a lot of times that's better. That, you know, they don't want you to be a fanboy, fangirl to these people, you know, and talking their ear off and this and that. And I agree with that 100%. But in my opinion, there should be a little bit of familiarity. You know what I mean? Like I'm not a fanboy for anybody, honestly. It's just a signature. It's just a person. You know what I mean? They should be just as excited to meet me as I am to meet them, because they're just a fucking person. So, but I understand that sort of idea, but I think there should be at least a passing familiarity with the person you're with, because I just knew nothing. And it was a big obstacle that first day and a half, you know, trying to figure out, you know, what he's talking about when people come up to the table, you know, characters, stuff, anything, you know. I was just clueless, you know, but it is what it is. Ended up being a fun weekend, but yeah, that's where I was.
Well, my weekend was the total opposite of Tom's.
It was, yeah.
Weekend was.
Let's set up the scene here.
Yes, please do.
So Tom finds out who he's with. He's like, well, nice, very cool. So I'm like, oh, that's pretty awesome. So then they tell me I'm with Patrick Warburton. Tom was more excited about me, about my guy, than he was about his. He was all kinds of excited.
I almost jumped out of my shoes. I was like, oh my God, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm like, that is pretty awesome. You know, I've been with somebody cool every year. I've done it, whether they're an A-list celebrity, B-list celebrity, C-list celebrity. I've always had a good time, which is kind of cool. But in case you're a few people who don't know who Patrick Warburton is, look him up. But he played on David Putty on Seinfeld, which
Great.
knew him from that. Joe Swanson on Family Guy.
Everybody
He
knows
played,
that.
what's that?
I said everybody knows that one.
It stayed better. He played the Tick. Not the new Tick, the older Tick.
Yeah, the 19 was a 94, 98.
It was
It was
97.
4 or 98. It was 13 episodes, one season, 13 episodes.
Yes.
So
He played Jeff Bingham, which I really remember him from Rules of Engagement. Limiting Sticket, which I didn't know this, on a series of unfortunate events. Plus, the man's voice, you've heard him in a million commercials. He's
Was he on the Enterprise commercial now, right?
yeah, he does Enterprise commercials. Really, really cool guy. And one thing I can say on Saturday, the man had people coming up there all day long. He was consistent. And at one point, his agent's like, we gotta get you out some lunch. You gotta eat some food. He's like, all right. And then he saw the line kept getting bigger. He's like, I can't go yet. I want to sign more autographs for the people. He would not leave for another hour and a half until he signed God knows how many more autographs. And finally, his agent had to drag him out of there because he did not want to leave because he didn't want the fans to be waiting in line for him to come back. And I was like, they're going to be here for you. So don't even worry about it. Even the fans were like, go to lunch. We'll wait. No big deal. So he finally went to lunch. So I thought that was cool. He cares so much about his fans that he didn't want to leave them in the lurch, which you got to eat. You know?
That's awesome. And but I don't want to interrupt you as you're going, but Roy was able to get his autograph for me. It was one of the few that I really wanted. I got on the Tick. So thank you, Roy.
I know if I could have found one, I would have had him autograph it too, but I didn't see any, ironically. And some people coming up to him, I'm like, when you get that, I want one of those. But yeah, he ended up giving me an autograph. I took the one from the Seinfeld episode.
The devil face.
Was that
the devil face one?
Yes, I thought that was cool.
Yeah,
and so he said that for me. So what about you, Derek? Who are you escorting over the weekend? The four people.
Well, why don't you kind of explain real quick, like what you did? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Your job.
All right. So I do security, and we have a meeting before the convention opens on they just tell us which celebrities you're escorting to either photo ops or panels, if you're taking them back, stuff like that. So Friday, my only move was to bring 2 comic book artists to a panel. So since they were comic book artists, I have no idea who they were.
Mm-hmm.
What? You didn't know comic artists?
I read mangas. I read Japanese comics.
Holy Jesus.
Saturday I had 4 moves. It was 2. The last one was a panel again for more comic book artists. I think I escorted the person you were supposed to have, Daphne. I saw Roy a couple times because I had to escort Newman like a whole 50 feet to the photo ops.
Griffin Newman. Yeah.
Well, there you were over there a lot.
I spent a lot of time in the anime room. Tom saw me quite a bit.
Yes, he did. He came up quite a bit, and he said Newman. It's Griffin Newman. He played Arthur on the Amazon Prime version of the Tick. So
I got to escort Benedict Wong from Doctor Strange. Got a cool story about that because on the way down to the elevator, we caught the food truck with us. So we ended up grabbing some chicken tenders off the truck and just started passing them out to everybody.
Oh, nice. That's really cool.
I didn't get to escort any of the anime people, unfortunately. I'm bad with the names because now I don't have the sheet in front of me. But he did Spock on Star Trek, the recent one.
Yeah.
He was a really cool guy. He didn't have too many photo ops the day that I got to escort him. Probably more of it on Saturday.
Yeah.
And I did get to escort Bonnie Wright from Harry Potter, Ginny Weasley. So the ones I can remember, because I had so little this time, unfortunately. I did get my photo op though with all the anime people. I got my tattoo autographed surprisingly.
And you
Wasn't
wash it
expecting
off.
that. I didn't wash it off.
You
I
wash
slept
it
on
off.
it. I rolled over and I slept on it.
Yeah, I thought you should have had that tattooed right on, man. Right at, just or like, boom, get the signature, get it tattooed.
By the time I left the convention, I had $3.
Yes. Yeah. Wasn't your credit card shut off on Friday or Saturday?
Oh, that was because all the vendors are from different areas. So
okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
So it wasn't because I was out of money. It was just because I was allegedly in New York and then Providence and then wherever.
Yeah, I wasn't even supposing that you were out of money. I just thought that they're like, holy shit, he's spending a lot right now.
Yeah.
Mine does that sometimes, if I'm just boom, 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 after a while. So.
Yep.
Yeah. But that was the first time that's happened at a convention. Usually I don't have to tell my bank I'm going to a comic convention and all these vendors are going to be here from different areas. So don't mind my card saying I'm all over the country or out of the country. Because I think sometimes one of the vendors may have been from Canada. I don't know. So now I learned that you should just go with cash.
Cash is always good.
Yeah, one of the few places that just it's primarily cash. I mean, more and more are taking cards now, but a con is primarily cash. I always tell people it's the first con. Go to the bank, take out a decent amount, because there are some that take cards and you'll be able to use it, but just have that cash just in case. You know what I mean?
The way I did it was I took my cash out for the autographs.
Yeah.
And then I was going to use the card for art or pops.
Yeah.
But
well, do you find that the younger celebrities use the cards and the older celebrities use cash? Or does it really matter?
I think it just depends on the person, because I think for the Harry Potter people, you had to use cash. And
there was somebody that went to credit. Who was that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We saw that the last day, right? When we were walking through the dunk.
Yeah.
It was a younger person.
Yeah, they only took a card.
The
young girl there.
Yeah. Was she a Harry Potter?
I think so.
I think so too. I'm drawing a blank on her name and what she looks like. But yeah, she was younger and she didn't really have a team with her, so they were not taking money at the table. Can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember.
But it's interesting because at my table we had several people come up. Do you guys take credit? Like, no, sorry, just does cash.
I think you're right, Roy. I do think some of the older ones don't take credit, and I honestly think it depends on their team, their agent, or whatever. I feel as I could be completely off, but this is what I have noticed with it. It's like the people that do the con circuit all the time. You know that there's a lot of them now. They take cards because they're on the circuit. It's. For some of them, it's like their primary job now. You know what I mean? It's their primary way of making a living is going from con to con, which great, awesome for them. So I feel as though they, take cards where it's, some of the older ones and maybe some of the bigger ones that do cons just here and there don't necessarily take card. At least that's what I've noticed in my observations.
I think some of it too may also have to do with the building that you're in, because they do require the Wi-Fi. So if everybody's on the Wi-Fi, it might make it harder to take the card, because that was with some of the vendors too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so who have you guys met that you were excited to meet over the weekend, or who did you meet?
I went to Tom's room and I met everybody and talked to all of them.
Yeah, we know. you stayed in the anime room all weekend. You did absolutely nothing.
I was definitely in there all day Friday, except for my escort, I think.
What about you, Tom?
Well, I mean, there was a lot that I wanted to meet that I just didn't get. You guys know, I was pretty much trapped in that room for the whole weekend. I mean, I had to force a break on Sunday. Derek was able to get me a break on Friday, which was cool.
Saturday you had the black shirt in there, so you didn't have to worry about it on Saturday, right?
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, but didn't really get a good enough break. Honestly, it was Sunday. I just, like I said, I ended up I was like, I got to go do some shopping. I got to get some food in me. I was feeling nauseous, and so I walked around for a little bit. You know, it should have only probably been like a 20-30 minute break. I think I walked around for like 40. I was like, fuck. You know, like I've been glued to this table for the whole weekend, and then like luck for me, it was their flight was at 5, so they had to leave by 3, you know. So then I got the last couple hours to walk around with Roy and stuff. So but yeah, there was a couple like I really wanted to meet Patrick Warburton. You know, it was one of the ones that one of the autographs I was going for. I unfortunately did not get to meet him because you know, I was just up there. I wanted to meet Freddy Krueger, but I knew that was just kind of like a pipe dream. We've talked about that in the episodes leading up.
He was dunk anyway, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, he was in the dunk. I mean, I just want, you know, but yeah, like I said, that was a pipe dream. I met George Lowe, I got his autograph. He was one of the ones I was really wanted to meet. He's the voice of Space Ghost, either Brack maybe. He's done the Unicorn and Robot Chicken. Very strange dude. Very strange. There was actually an issue with him by the last day. Yeah, but just some of the stuff that he wrote on the pop, because you know he's sitting there. I went up to him. It was you know you know he's talking. I'm talking to the girl that was sitting with him, and he's just signing all over it, all over the pop. I'm just like, huh, what is he doing? He's just writing his name over and over again. And, you know, I was like, it's still kind of cool. You know what I mean? He's going at it, you know? And so we got on it, the date, 11/1/19, even though it was the 2nd that he did it, which is fine. But on one side, it's Snake Tip, which is kind of like a joke from the Space Ghost Coast to Coast cartoon. They're snake tips. But he wrote white fungus panties on there. Don't know what it means. He said it out loud as he was writing it and started laughing and looked at me. So I politely smiled and forced a giggle because I was uncomfortable and didn't know if I was supposed to know what it meant. Then he wrote,
You don't want white fungus panties written on all your pops?
He wrote, yo, a heart pooped with an ED at the end. So, yo, heart pooped, past tense. Then he put an arrow and wrote, smells like toast, another joke from Space Coast to Coast. Then he signed the front and the top. And, yeah, he was a nice guy. Very nice guy. He was very loud, very, you know, did his voices a lot from his table and stuff. But by the end, there was sort of an issue. One of the volunteers was not comfortable working with him by the end, so they had to get another volunteer. So as far as celebrities, yeah, that was it. Like I only really got to meet him and the anime people. And so I didn't get to meet a lot of people, but I got the 2 main autographs that I wanted. So yeah. So how about you, Roy? Who'd you meet that you wanted to, or not, or what?
Well, I got pretty lucky.
Yeah.
Because where I was in the main area of the convention in the convention center, and I get to be more of the Friday the 13th. I get to be more of the Walking Dead's cast, former cast, I should say. I get to meet Alana Masterson, like I said earlier. She came in late Friday night, and I get to meet Glenn, who's played by Stephen Yen, Emily Kinney,
yeah,
who played Beth, and Jimmy Palco, who I've become friendly with over the years. He comes every year. He played on The Walking Dead. Done a lot of. He's a character actor. Does a lot of stuff.
He's a good guy.
Real nice people. He's a real good guy. Yes, real good people. Very nice people. We actually went around so you guys know, for future episodes. We went to a lot of celebrities and asked them to pick a movie. So we're gonna be reviewing some movies every so often. And we're gonna pick a movie that they suggested, and we'll give them props for picking the movie, and then we'll review the movie that they suggested to us. So that was kind of cool. A lot of them gave us movies to review for our show.
I think we got about at least a dozen movies.
Yeah, we got a bunch. Tom wrote them down.
Yep.
You wrote them down. So we got a bunch of movies. But give your people you met.
Yeah, I did the ones that I escorted.
Who'd you meet?
Again, I met all the anime people again.
Again?
Yeah, I know. I met them a lot. Actually, the lady that was to your right, Tom, Lucy.
Yeah.
She was really nice.
Very nice.
Lucy Christensen.
Yeah.
Man, Tom, you remember the names? He's gonna become an anime maven.
I didn't meet most of the Walking Dead people that were there. I got to meet Alana and Beth. I didn't get to see Glenn because he wasn't there on Friday, and I only got to see him in passing on the weekend.
They all left early. And most of the celebrities left real early on Sunday.
I think by 4:00.
Yeah,
there's maybe 20 celebrities left. If that.
Yeah, it was crazy. And I know part of it was the weather. They all came in Friday night, and a lot of them was telling me that they were scared because of the weather. They got diverted and.
Yeah, most of them got diverted. I'm glad you brought that up. Most of the celebrities that came in for Friday were their planes were diverted to Boston. So they were supposed to come into Providence, small, easy airport. No, because of the weather, they ended up getting diverted to Boston, and then Boston's a nightmare of an airport and the traffic out there. And then they had to figure out travel to get down there. So, I mean, to get to Providence, a lot of these guys had a 2-3 hour commute after being diverted to Boston to get to Providence. So,
a nice little 20-minute drive.
Well, the drive shouldn't have been a big deal because usually the convention picks them up. Usually, who knows what the diversion?
Well, I don't think the diversion would the guy from picking them up at TF Green would have been able to get to Logan.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm because of the diversion, a lot of them had to find their own, either Uber it or whatever, because. What's that?
I would have thought they would have known.
Well, if they were,
well, I mean, like Josh, the guy I was with, they circled above Providence for an hour before being diverted. They were trying to land. So, and then
anime people. No one
actually, I think it was Daphne. It was either Daphne or the lady from National Lampoons.
Oh, D'Angelo.
Their flight, they were circling Providence. They actually had to go back and fill up. I think she said at Philly.
Jesus.
And I'm like, why did they send you to Philly to get more gas? So you just go to Boston. It's right there, or even New York.
Jeez.
That's crazy. So anyway, so just so you guys know, there were other stuff at Comic-Con besides celebrities and Tom and Derek. They also had like props from movies and TV shows. Like they have the cool cancer fire truck in fire car, which is all decked out in pink, and you can autograph it. People signed it. A lot of celebrities signed it. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. squad car, which Derek and Tom and I saw Sunday.
Yeah.
The Gotham police car, was that badass, Tom?
Yeah, that where the Joker had just like tagged all over it and stuff. That was awesome.
And the hood said, "Why so serious?" in green. But that was pretty awesome.
Yep. The National Lampoon station wagon.
Yes, the station wagon. Can't forget the cool station wagon. That was pretty cool. I didn't get a picture of that though, but that was pretty cool.
Well, because they wanted you to pay for that picture.
Yeah.
Of that, and you could sit in it and everything, and it's just like it's really cool. But I'm not going to pay for a picture.
But my favorite was the Star Wars on the 5th floor. A couple of scenes set up for Star Wars. A lot of characters were dressed up. They had lightsaber battles. They had one scene I know was from Return of the Jedi. I can't remember where the other scene was from. If that was from Jedi also, but they had a lot of cosplay and or actors, people dressed up. and so that was pretty awesome. And one weird thing that happened to me was I was at my table with my celebrity and Patrick Warburton. He was going to break us. He had to go for photo ops or something, and this one of the vendors came up to me. He goes, "Oh, dude, you're always so good to people around here. I want you to get a picture with Wally and his girlfriend." I'm like, "What?" At first, he said Wally and his girlfriend. I'm like, "Who the hell is Wally and his girlfriend?" And then Wally the Green Moss comes strolling over, and Tessie came with him. So he goes, "I want you to get a picture with them." So he goes, "Give me your phone." So I gave him my phone. We took pictures. The guy goes, "Yeah, this guy's the coolest dude in the world." So I get kissed by Tessie, and I go, "I hope you're a girl."
Would you say Wally was green with jealousy after that?
I bet he was green with jealousy. He put his hands on his hips. I was like, "Uh-oh, we're gonna fight." So, and there were people doing some of Star Wars characters, horror characters. I saw Jason from Friday the 13th. I saw Michael Myers. I saw Freddy Krueger. But internet characters, which I'm sure you can talk about, characters from gaming. It's a great convention that if you haven't been, you should go because there's something for everybody. Even as far as like collectibles, they have T-shirts, lanyards, comic books. We can buy books like novels, toys, Funko Pops.
Yep. Pins, stickers, patches, prints.
You name it, they sell
posters. And we bought some posters actually for the show.
Yes.
Put them in the background here to make it a little more appealing.
Yeah, we got some good ones too.
Yes, we did.
Yeah,
What did I what?
How many did you buy? For the show.
For the show? I mean, I can bring some over. I got like a bunch that I can't fit on my wall. My wall looks like it's a fucking Comic-Con booth.
Derek says he's gonna bring some over.
Good. I really like that idea that we all kind of get represented in the background of the studio. You know what I mean?
Maybe I'll bring the Princess Boo one.
Princess Boo
from Super Mario. That one that I think I showed you guys that one, right?
I don't. You may have.
But we kept mentioning Wild Bill Soda, and I just want to say that Wild Bill Soda is actually owned by former military personnel, which I think is really cool.
Yes.
For volunteers, it was free all weekend, and if you were a guest or a visitor for the day or the weekend, you pay an extra $1, and you got free soda all weekend. And I know somebody took advantage of it.
I don't know who that was.
I don't know who could have done that, but it's really good soda. It really is. I don't think I could drink as much as Derek did, but
I would drink it over Coke and Pepsi.
Yeah, I don't drink Coke.
Oh yeah. It's good quality. Yeah. I mean, it's really good. It's almost like a craft soda, and it's really good. But nobody should drink as much as Derek unless you want diabetes. That's just the skinny of it right there.
It would it make you feel any better if I said maybe 7 of them were full cups? The others were probably just like half.
No, that doesn't make it that much. That makes it maybe 3% better.
3% better.
Benedict Wong actually told me I should stop drinking the soda.
So what was your overall view of the convention? Anybody? Anybody?
Go ahead, Derek.
I feel like it was one of my favorite ones, mostly because of the surprising amount of downtime I had this time. I only had to really run around on Sunday.
Yeah, you were like 7 or 8 on Sunday, 9.
I think I had 5, but they were all right in a row. They were all in a row.
That's cool.
Well, everybody left Sunday, so.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting. Yeah,
I think by 4:30 I may have been done.
We were out of there. What time? We were out of there. What 3:30?
Oh, 3:30. Oh, sorry.
It was after 4 because I got pretty much wrapped up right at 3:00 at my table, and then we probably walked around for like 45 to an hour. So it was just a little after 4, but it was still light out when we got to the parking garage, which never happened. I think that's the first year it happened for any of us. As far as that,
because of the security after meeting.
I liked it. I thought it was a really good convention. I enjoy them every year. And I don't know if people on the channel know this, but like my personal goal is I want us to get in as press for a week
Yes.
and just do press. I enjoy being with the celebrities, and I will do it next year. But my ultimate goal is to be press and to interview some of the celebrities, even maybe do a live show, a
Yeah.
live episode there for the convention. And
I 100% agree with you. For me, I had fun. I always have fun. It was my least favorite year out of all the years personally. And it's not so much that I was stuck with an anime person. It was more so, I've had a week to think about it now. It was more so just being stuck in that room. You know what I mean? Like more so than the anime, because I mean, he was, like I said, he was a nice kid. You know what I mean? Nice enough guy, everything like that. Just being stuck in that room away from the action, not knowing what's going on, um, probably made it my least favorite. And then on top of that, and I just felt as though, and I think we talked about this, Roy. There wasn't a ton of like new vendors, you know. Was it me and you that were talking, or was it me and somebody else? Okay, now so I mean, there's still a lot of stuff, and that's going to be my next question to both of you guys. Is what was your favorite thing that you got all weekend? But I just felt as it was just like it was a lot of the same when it came to that, the vendors and stuff like that, like walking around on the main floor in the convention center. Still a lot of great stuff. I ended up getting a lot of good stuff, spending a decent amount of money. But yeah, out of my, I can't remember if this is year 6 or 7 or 5. I believe it's 5 or 6 at Rhode Island, and my least favorite personally. But anyway, on to my question. Out of all the stuff that you picked up over the weekend, what was your favorite thing, or your favorite couple things? You know what I mean? Like stuff that you picked up that you were really excited about.
well, Derek's had to be the Wild Bill soda.
My favorite was I was able to get the anime autographs that I wanted for my posters. So
Yep.
I think the My Hero Academia, I only need 2 or 3 that are on the poster to go with the ones that are still not on that poster.
Right.
But the tattoo getting signed was cool and unexpected. And I was really happy to buy some artwork from Demon Slayer, which I may have shown you guys the clip the last time you were down here, but I don't think we've reviewed it on here yet.
No, we haven't. All right. What about you, Roy?
Well, mine was easy. I'm walking around all weekend, Friday night and Saturday, and I don't know when I realized this, but I'm walking by these prints. It was a print, obviously, but it's this picture. And the best way to describe it, and I'll put it on the show. Hopefully next week, get some sleeves or something for it. They're these. It looks like World War II photographs.
Oh yeah.
I just kind of blew by it. It's like, oh, whatever. That's kind of cool. And then I actually looked at it, and one, for instance, shows World War II planes shooting at TIE fighters. And then one was some military pointing their guns at a TIE fighter that had crashed to the ground. And then there's the other photos of military police or military pointing a gun at this building that was crumbling. And then there's a stormtrooper with his hands in the air like this, like, I'm like, that was badass. So I bought like 4 prints from that, and that's my glory right there for this year.
All right. Yeah, those were super cool. Those were super cool.
And I didn't even pick my horror picture I got with all the horror people.
Yes, I thought that's where you were going when you said it. You're like, oh, that's easy. I was like, oh, he's talking about the horror picture.
Well, you can go either way. They're both freaking awesome.
You want to tell them about your horror picture?
Oh, sure, why not? I get this horror picture, and it's got like, I don't know, 30 or 40 characters, tons of characters from all spans of horror movies. And it's just badass. Wait till you guys see this picture.
Yeah, it is.
Soon.
It is sick.
It is insane.
So a couple of things that I got that I thought were really, really cool. I mean, I picked up the because there was a Tick comic that this year's Comic-Con. It's their Rhode Island Comic. There wasn't too many Rhode Island Comic-Con exclusives this year. As far as I know, this was one of them. The Tick. I'm a huge Tick fan. I've talked about it before. And then on top of that, I was also able to get. I held up the wrong one. It was this one. I'm sorry. But on top of that, they also had the 2017 Tick one. So I grabbed that, even though I think I have it. It was like $3. And then they were selling a couple of the New York Comic-Con Tick comics that were exclusive. So I got the pencil sketch one. It's only 50 of these made. It's not actually numbered, but I mean, clearly it's a low number if there's only 50. And then the color version for New York Comic-Con. So it's number, it's cracked. Number 106 to 150. Huge Tick fan. So excited about that. Then they had this variant of Tick and the sort of Asian anime or whatever style, Usagi Yojimbo. I just thought it was a cool cover.
That's the guy that he gave me the illustrator of that comic book. He gave me 2 hats last year.
Oh,
he gave me a hat, and then on Sunday one of those guys came over and said, "Hey, you were really nice to him. He wants to sign your hat. Where's your hat?" I go, "Oh, I left it in my hotel room." So he went back. The guy signed a hat and came over himself and gave me a hat and thanked me for being nice to him.
Yeah. Was that?
I said that was awesome.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that's such a good story, awesome story. I didn't realize it was him. That's really cool. That's. Then I also got this. There was a New England Comics table that I really dig. Tick. This is one of the old newsletters. Tick's first appearance was actually in a newsletter from 86 or 88 or something. It's worth thousands and thousands. But I was talking to the guy at the New England Comics table, and they found a bunch of old newsletters from different years that were either not sent out or they had extras of, and they started selling them. And so I thought this was cool. It's from January 1988. It's a holiday Tick newsletter. Really cool. I got that. I showed you guys the autographs. Me and Roy got a couple of those horror prints that we talked about. Oh, the last Tick thing I got the Tick mug and spoon. We got the horror prints, and then I didn't go crazy with the Funko. My favorite Funko of the weekend that I picked up, because I only picked up 1 or 2, I think, all weekend. I got Mr. Miyagi. I love Mr. Miyagi. I saw it. It was cool, so I grabbed it.
So you're going to put wax on that or wax off that?
Maybe a little bit of both. Put it on and then wax it off.
There you go.
So that was it. And then, like I said, I got those horror prints. You guys will see those in the background once we hang them up in the studio and stuff. Me and Roy each got 4 of them. So
I'm kind of surprised I outpopped you. I think I ended up with 7.
Yeah, I got the I ended up with the Miyagi. I don't even know. Did I get any other pops?
The Tick.
Well, the Tick. I mean, I got that sign. I already owned the pop.
You bought it there for some reason.
What's that?
I thought you bought it there for some reason.
No. I already had the pop. I'm trying to think. Was Miyagi the only one I ended up with? Might have been. To be honest with you, I can't remember.
Well, you were proud of me because I bought 2 with the pop protectors, and you're like, "Oh, those must have cost you some money."
Hey. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I got there. Oh, and I did get I got a Freddy Krueger Geeky Tiki, but this is Mike Myers. My Freddy Krueger. I'll show it some other time. But yeah, the Freddy Krueger one. Did you get a Geeky there, Roy?
Yep.
Which one did you get?
I got Saw.
Oh, that was before the con, though, right? Yeah.
I didn't go in there.
Oh, okay. I can't remember. So
I'm going to get the 13th one, though. I am going to get that.
Yes. That out of all of them, out of all the geeky tikas, I like them all. I've been trying to collect the ones I really like, because they're great cups and they keep stuff cold or warm and they're cool looking. But the Jason is definitely the coolest out of all of them. Definitely.
Nice.
So I thought of a cool story that happened at the convention that I'm sure you guys were unaware of. One of the voice actors for the video game Overwatch, Lucy Pohl, who plays Mercy.
Yeah.
She was there Friday and Sunday only.
I can't see you guys.
Oh yeah, Roy's got it set to just you for now.
Okay.
But the reason why she wasn't there Saturday was because she flew back to LA on Saturday for BlizzCon and then flew back to us on Sunday after she left BlizzCon.
Jesus. Wow.
That's awesome. That's really awesome.
So like I thought it was really cool that she did that. And then like I made the joke, she probably didn't even feel the jet lag from doing that so quickly. And on top of that, Sunday she got an extra hour of sleep. And she flew back to Providence. She got a few hours back. Oh no, actually she lost hours. Yeah, she lost hours going from West Coast to East Coast. But I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
So any final words for the show for Comic-Con?
51 weeks until the next one.
Yep.
If you go to the website, the countdown has already started.
Yep. And it is it's the first weekend, right? Or no, second. It's the 6th, 7th, 8th.
Yes.
Oh, that'd be the first weekend.
It's still the first week. Oh, okay, just the way it falls. Okay, so yeah, just different date because that's what it used to be, right? It was always usually around then, and then like this year it was the 1st, 2nd, 3rd. So yes, the countdown is already on.
Yeah, also a heads up, there may be a Terracon coming.
Yes.
There are rumors, and I saw the owner, Steve, and I meant to talk to him about it, and he was just too busy, so I didn't get a chance to speak to him.
There was a lot of confusion about Terracon.
Is there any confusion?
Well, like they gave us the bracelets that said Terracon on it, but then like nobody knew if there was a Terracon or not. Yeah,
what I heard was from management was that there was probably going to be Terracon, and then that people in upper management were telling certain people that there definitely was a Terracon. So we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully there is, because that's how I started, and Terracon is awesome. It's usually a smaller convention, which is nice, but it's so cool.
Yeah, I really want to do that if there is one. I really want to do it.
Yep, same here. So hopefully they'll have Terracon. So any final words, Tom?
No, I mean, I'm good. Oh, I did remember. I did get one other pop. I got it from my girlfriend as a joke, Ellen DeGeneres.
That's right.
As a joke. She didn't find it as funny as I did. What's that?
You didn't?
No. But no, she laughed. But anyway, yeah. Other than that, no. I mean, just like our page, subscribe, like our videos. If you want us to talk about anything, please do. And but yeah, I'll give it to you, Roy.
This is below, and let us know what you want us to review, because we're doing a movie review show now, and we'll discuss that more next week during the show. But we're gonna be reviewing movies from now on, just to kind of get more people liking our videos and get people more involved with our show. So next week we are reviewing Bleach, the most incredible anime movie in the history of animes, according to Derek.
It is live action in Japanese on Netflix with subtitles.
So if you want to talk along with us about the show, give your opinions, watch Bleach during the week and join our show and discuss it with us. So for Derek and Tom and myself, have a great night, guys. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good weekend.